had a question about the analyzing an externality, and I can't for the life of me understand why this is in this unit of the material. Um, Maybe this is from the last unit. I don't get why this would be part of this problem set. Maybe there's some learning theory that says that you should interleave material. So this that is to say, don't just leave the old stuff behind and instead ask it later. So that more recall leads to better retention. Okay, whatever. Let me answer the question on this one. Um, the way we analyze an externality is the following. I'm going to squeeze it in over here. The the market. I'm not going to label everything super carefully. This is the price and quantity of oil. There's industry marginal cost, which is the private marginal cost. Uh, Private marginal cost curve. There's some demand curve, which is the marginal value function. We'll assume that there's no positive externality, so it's the marginal social value and the marginal private value. The market equilibrium occurs here, of course. We'll call this Q naught. And then the problem when there's an externality, and here they just have a constant external cost at all levels of output from 100 from 0 to 100 million. Um, the problem is that the social costs are higher than the marginal private cost. So there would be a marginal social cost here. Um, and of course, the social optimum occurs where the marginal social cost and marginal social values are equal. And so that would occur at Q star. So this is the point you want to label social optimum. SO, I think they ask you to label it. And I couldn't quite see what was going on with the graph that was captured and sent to me, but I thought I'd just do this question and hope to hit the question. Now, then they asked you to shade the deadweight loss. The deadweight loss happens because for every barrel of oil after Q star, the social costs of that barrel are greater than the social value. So there's this waste, things that cost more than they benefit anybody in society. So that first oil past Q star cost that much, second oil, second barrel, etc. You add the waste associated with each of the excessive output quantities of oil, the excess of costs over values for each barrel after Q star and before Q naught. That shaded area is the dead weight loss. I think the question I got was, why isn't that below the curve? And it's because of what I just said, is that each barrel after Q star costs society more than it benefits anyone. And if we add up that excess of costs over benefits, then we get this shaded area. In the way these are drawn, the area of this triangle is actually the same as the area of this triangle. But actually these functions, because of the way the environment reacts to pollution, there's probably increasing costs, and in the real world you'd have probably some level of pollution that the environment could handle, but then you'd have an increasing cost, increasing external cost, increasing damage function to the environment. And so you'd get this marginal social cost curve that would be steeper than the marginal private cost curve. And in that case, those two triangles wouldn't be the same size, and you do need to keep that distinction straight.